and welcome to PlebPla, wherein we start off trying a drink that is now in stores. And that tastes exactly like it does at work. Yep, that is absolutely coffee and a certain brand of soda. More importantly, we are here for this. This is Masamune Date Gundam. This is number 350 in the SD Gundam BBSenshi sub-segment series from the year of our Bandai Lords, 2009. And while this is a red logo, the box is blue. This is a recent re-release, and let's consider the date. Today is February 5th, yesterday is February 4th. Yesterday I finished building this just on a whim, and it so happens that later that day, what is probably afternoon or maybe morning for the 5th in Japan, Gundam.info released SD Gundam Sangoku Souketsuden World. That's got a whole new slew of historical figures as models. Oh look, a historical figure as a model. The cosmos has spoken. So, of course, let us look at our model, or the manual rather. We have Masamune Date Gundam. He has an angry little lion doggo guy and his sword. On the back we get some lore, probably mostly about Masamune Date himself, as such as his famous envisionment in many video games, Samurai Warriors. We have data, colors, perhaps some kind of super mode is involved. On page 1 here are runners, and do note that for an SD Gundam kit to have discarded pieces, it's very rare, very unusual. We have head and body, arm and leg building. Everything's very simple, very sticker heavy. Then we get to the helmet and the shoulder pieces, the weapons, and look at how many stickers are on one piece of plastic. Ludicrous! The final page is how to set and store the various accoutrements and a little ball buddy. Now the last bit here, this is a flag, and of course, you know, Samurai had their flag. There were several stickers and this to include. As well as the one thing that I actually hate model kits doing, and I keep running into this, is disguising a critical piece, an actual functioning piece of the model or its assembly, as part of the outside runner. To which I kept the runners here. This is the D tray. This is where this went. You barely noticed that there is a number tab here, and it's not this that was this piece, that was that piece. I hate that. You lose points. But that said, looking at this heavy sticker sheet, it does have several stickers in which to apply to the flag. But I wanted to show the manual in its complete form before I consider doing such a thing. So let's pull that aside and get to the man himself. Masamune Date. The sword, as is tradition with SD Gundams, only the display side is detailed. We have this right here. We'll get more into that later. That was not part of the plan. The plan was that the helmet can come off, and oh my god, I totally peeled the whole sticker doing that. So, SD Gundams, very sticker heavy. There goes a piece into the void. Good grief. Maybe one of these days I can do an entire review where I don't drop a piece into the dang void. But then again, that's not a very secure piece. And that attaches with this tab in the head. I'm putting that back on. And trying so very hard not to knock off other pieces. This is your range of motion due to the shoulders being very blocky and blocking things. You can get a full arm rotation. Now, very surprising for SD models is that you have a bicep going on here. You have actual articulation in the arms. That applies over here as well, which articulation is a bit restricted by the shoulder piece, but that can also move around. The chest piece here is removable, which displays just under armor undetailed. And as seen in the manual, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stickers on one piece. You do have stickers up here on the inner arms here, at that bicep. You get stickers for the feet, to designate the left and right, of course. You have a silver and a blue. The eyes, the eye patch. This blue mark up here. And there's a bit of a blue. Let me put this chest piece back on real quick. With this crest off. This piece right here, there's a sticker there. And then, as a tradition, 3 stickers on the shoulder for one side, but not the other. As you can see, the back side tends to get neglected because, I don't know, SDs? We have, of course, our little ball minion. I'm going to keep him on my desk. We have this little unpainted lion dog thing. Really don't know. Just a pet. And surprisingly, Kuso comes with alternate hands. We have this posed hand here. And a blue holding hand. Or over here, on the blue side, we have an open hand and the holding hand. Of course, simply held here. Now over here we have very interesting item. For each one of these segments has a little extra going on. This one has a chain. This one here is a claw. The other two, unfortunately, you have to separate to really get the full picture of, because this one is gun. And this last one houses a secret katana. Of course, with so many holes, you can pose it in so many different ways. hold it here. There is a peg down here, which is where it started at the beginning of the video. You could ignore that and use these as water walking foot things. Now, I only say that they're water walking because that is something that I had heard or slightly learned as part of ninja history. But then you can, well, that'll just come off for now if you like. And we're going to look for the claw here. You can attach these right there on this arm. And with that, and maybe a little bit of more skill than what I have, because blasphemy, unluck. One moment. Here we go. I had to get a better grip. You can put this on here, but with the claw one, it kind of really blocks things. But also, as the manual suggests, you can simply replace it right here in the hand. Because as we know, Masamune Date did lose an eye. If he's already half and half, why not be half man and half machine? There's so much going on with SDs. And, like, I really love the SD Gundam, like, Sengoku and Sengoku kits, because it's never just an SD version of a model. It's not the SD version of the Barbatos. It's not the SD version of... who do I have over here? The crossbow. Where it's just that thing but smaller. But they really want to give you, like, your dollar's worth, I feel. Like, if you're going to buy this SD kit, you may well get some gimmicks and some tricks and some awesome shit out of it at the same time. And so this was the last thing that you kind of see in the manual there. And just line up your favorite circle, and you have a giant windmill shuriken. Hands are simply attached like so. And for now, we'll just plug that into the side. Now, I will say that this is not part of the up-and-coming SD Gundam Sangoku Souketsuden World model set. This was a find out in the wild, as I like to do sometimes. And I know it is incredibly risky to go out in the world and find model kits in the wild. So if you do, take all your precautions. Wear your mask. Wash your dang hands when you get home. Sanitize your hands when available. Because we would all like for this to be over. And it won't end any sooner if we don't do our part. I'm not here to preach to you, but I would like to go hang out with people once again. That said, I'm going to go watch this TV show. So I thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the month of February. Shall be awkward with the lack of giant robots, but every Friday we'll continue to have a model kit. Good night, Space Nerds.